of creating the Skyrim puzzle in Kismet. Last time we were finishing the models in 3ds Max, and I finished them. I basically, the box that we put in the middle, the platform, I attached it to the platform, and I didn't attach the wheels to the platform. They're separate models. So now I'm going to export them. Import them. Export them, what I'm saying. Alright, I'm going to click on the wheel, go into File, Export, Export Selected, go into my directory, my save files, I'm going to call it wheels, save, and you should copy what I have here. These three settings in geometry: smoothing groups, tendency, binomals, and converts, deforming dummies to bones. The rest is trivial. If you have a new version of the UDK, then you should choose the FX version 2012. If you have a version that is older than the September version, you should choose the 2011. So press OK. Don't mind trim edges. Alright. Press on the second platform. Export, export selected. Platform. Save. Okay. Okay. Now, oops, forgot to open UDK. I'm not gonna import them into the UDK because it's not the point of the tutorial. I already deviated somewhat a bit by going into the fundamentals of modeling in 3ds Max. It's more of a Kismet tutorial, so I guess you can find a lot of tutorials on how to import things into the UDK, but I'm not going to cover that. I'm just going to use the models that I've shown you at the start, which are basically the same models that we've created here in 3ds Max. I created them basically just to show you, if you don't know how to make the models. Okay, so I'm going to open my map. Okay, over here. I'm gonna place them again though, so don't worry about that. It is stuttering quite a bit because I'm not on my desktop. That's got a wheel. Alright. So basically we're going to start from scratch. We're going into content browser, locate our wheels. Okay, basically I've imported them and they should look like this. Basically go into your package, right click, import, and select the files. It's very straightforward. So I'm gonna put the wheels first. So I'm gonna click on my wheel, drag and drop here. Okay, as you can see, I have it here. I'm gonna click on my platform and drag and drop it here. Okay, I'm gonna move this away and start positioning my wheel correctly. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this 90 degrees. I'm gonna scale it down because it's, as you can see, it's way too big. Okay, that should do it. Okay. And I'm going to create replicas of the wheels since they're going to be 3. And the way I'm going to do that is by selecting the wheel and clicking Alt, and keep on pressing Alt and moving. When I press and move with the Alt key, it creates a duplicate. So now I have a copy of the original wheel. I'm going to take that copy. I'm going to go into my rotation mode, scale mode, and rotate it so that it fits snugly inside of the first wheel. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to repeat the same process so I can get the third smaller wheel. Okay, and I'll scale that as well. Now I'm going to rotate two of them, or I'm going to rotate them 90 degrees to see if they align properly. So I'm going to take the first wheel, symbol there, it doesn't matter. This is schematics. Okay. I'm struggling a bit to navigate because it's stuttering a lot. Okay. Really just snapped somewhere else. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into my non-uniform scaling mode, which is this button, so I can scale different axes. Okay. That should do it. Should increase its okay, make it a bit larger. That should be good. Okay. Now, since we have that in place, we need to place the triggers. The triggers are the things which you'll use in order to manipulate the wheels and press the button and etc. And of course, I'm gonna get rid of these walls and place the bots from scratch, so don't worry about that. Alright, so first things first, we need to place this trigger, add actor, trigger, and now this is a job that needs a bit of precision, so I'm going to toggle my viewports. Why does it need precision? Because as you can see, the symbols are not very far apart, and you need to, have the triggers placed correctly so it knows which wheel you're pressing on. Alright, so I'm going to go into my front viewport here, and as you can see from this viewport, the three wheels superimpose on each other, but you can tell them apart by seeing three squares here that get smaller. So basically, this is the first wheel, this is the second wheel, and this is the third wheel. So I'm going to take my trigger and I'm going to place the right cross here, just in the middle of the protruding square, and I'm gonna decrease this detection box so that it fits snugly. Because if I keep it like that, it won't recognize which wheel I'm directly pressing on. So I'm gonna go into my non-uniform scaling, and I'm gonna decrease the scale grid. It's already 1%. Okay, so it should. Okay, so it's around the square. Now I'm gonna take my trigger, go into move mode, and Alt drag so I create another one. So there, I have another one which I put on the second wheel, and then I'm gonna Alt second wheel, and I'm gonna take a third one, and I'm gonna place it on the third wheel, and I'm not gonna move them off position. I'm just gonna keep them straight, one on top, and one directly follows the other. Okay, and I'm gonna create a fourth one for the use button when you want to push the button here, the snowflake or the square that we made. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my, let's see, it's a bit hard to see what's going on here, so I can make them disappear, but since this is really just a thing that I can see here, alright, okay, okay, so that should do. Directly on the snowflake, and these need to be moved a bit so they're on the squares. Okay, and basically you can see from your side viewport, yeah, they're all aligned. Okay, so we need to start messing around with Kismet now. See how much time we have left. We have plenty of time. Okay, so this is the complete Skyrim scripting. This is the complete script for the puzzle, and we're gonna go through this step by step, and basically we're gonna start off here. Okay. First off, let's start from scratch. Let's have some space because I need some space. So I'm gonna drag select, move it away. Okay, and I'm gonna start by creating the animations for the wheels. So I'm gonna press on the first trigger, right click, new event using trigger 5, used by small. Okay, and right click, new matinee, and I'm gonna connect them, playing for now, and I'm gonna select, oops, I forgot a very important thing to tell you. All these wheels, I probably covered it in the last tutorial. All the platform and the wheels need to be interactors, since we're gonna move them, we're gonna animate them. They can be just static meshes. So I'm gonna select the static mesh, my wheel that I have here. Press on my wheel here, right click, replace with add interactor. Okay, so it basically replaces it with the same model but as an interactor. I'm gonna right click on the second one, the smaller one, replace with interactor, and this is the third one. I'm gonna replace with add interactor, and I'm gonna click on my platform, right click here, replace with add interactor. So now I'm ready to go. Alright, and I'm gonna take my first wheel, go into matinee, right click here, new empty group, maybe first wheel, or okay, it doesn't matter really. Add new movement track, and let's just say that it needs to take 1.5 seconds. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on the second. I'm gonna put a keyframe. I already have the starting position keyframe. I'm gonna put a second keyframe at 1.5 seconds. Press enter, and sorry for that. Rotate the wheel 90 degrees. I can't see much. Alright. Okay, that should do it, I think. Okay. So it's turning. Really good. I'm gonna test it out by going to play mode. Let's see if building. Alright. Told you stutter all that. Okay. Just inch on closer to it. Oh, come on. Oof. Okay, it's turning. Now, it's just going to turn once, and since it's max trigger of 1, I'm gonna have to place it 0. But if I place it at 0, even if I click more than once, it won't turn again. In order to fix that, I need to go into looping. But if I press just looping, it will play. Let me show you. I clicked on matinee, just so you know, and I got into the actor, its properties. If I just click on looping and press to, oh, sorry, it just keeps on looping when I press once. And if I click rewind on play, look what it does. It starts from its initial position each time I click play. And if I click play, notice that it's not turning from the square, it's going back to its original positioning, and it's the square and turning back. It's not turning from the circle. In order to fix that, it's simple. I just need to click no reset on rewind, and when I click again, it turns from the wheel, and now the teapot, and now the cone. Okay, so now we have a working wheel. Okay, since we have that, we're gonna go and do the same thing for the other ones. Check the time. We still have like 5 minutes. Okay, for this video, I'm gonna take the second trigger, new event trigger used. and I'm just gonna copy the matinee and its data. Control C, Control V. Just gonna detrigger that one. Play, and I'm just gonna click on the wheel, the second wheel. Okay, and I'm gonna create an object from it. A new object var using introvector in order to instantiate it and put it into matinee. So now when it copies the values of the first matinee, and I forgot to max trigger count put it to 0. Now, if I click on the second, it should be turning correctly. Okay, and yep, it's turning correctly. I'm gonna do that for the third wheel, and we should be good. Okay, right click, new event using trigger, used. Okay, and I'm gonna click on the third wheel, and right click, new event using trigger, new object, just created an object from it, and there you go. The third wheel moves too. So now that I have the animation, I'm gonna proceed with the logic of the script in the next video. So next video we're gonna go knee deep and how this puzzle is supposed to work. So see you next time.